Hello and welcome to High Vibe Astrology. This is Jennifer, back with a video on the September 14th Virgo New Moon, occurring around 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time, but please do adjust that time for your own location. I'm going to look at the new moon chart, however, as an event chart for my location, and normally I wouldn't include the houses in my introduction because it changes the angles. You know, when you change the location, the angles change, the rulers change, the rising sign, and all of the houses, etc. But my guidance was clear to read this as an event chart, horary chart, and look at the energies in that way. I mean, this is my perspective, of course, but that's what I share with you every time I do a presentation. So please just follow your own intuition, take what resonates, and leave the rest behind. But the overarching theme that I see and feel in this chart is that we are wising up, that's a Virgo trait, to deceptions from the past, represented by the opposition from retrograde Neptune, particularly as they relate to our health, our body, mind, heart, soul connection. Reading this as an event chart, we have Taurus rising, making the chart's ruler Venus, which occupies the sign of Leo, the sign of the heart, the inner child and children. It's the sign that loves life. We also have Uranus, the planet of liberation and change, revolution even, connecting powerfully and harmoniously to this new moon. We have several retrograde planets, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, Jupiter, Uranus, Sedna, and Mercury, all indicating that we are revisiting previous issues in health-related matters. The phrase I keep hearing is, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." And although I do have a particular issue in mind for the collective as I share this information, you can certainly apply this to whatever situation you are personally going through at this time. But mainly, the body doesn't lie. So I would say believe your body, your instincts, your intuition, because the simple fact is that there is no expert, quote unquote, on the planet who is actually inhabiting your body. And only you can distinguish between what is true for you and what is not. So if you fear the unknown, if you make decisions based on what possibly could happen before any symptom actually shows up, then you may regret your decision when Neptune and Mercury go direct. Mercury is the ruler of the Virgo new moon, but I also look at Chiron as the modern healer because Chiron and Virgo both are so closely related to making improvements in health, finding health solutions, finding a cure for what is bringing pain. Pluto is also connected harmoniously to this new moon. It is also retrograde, but Pluto's energy is regenerative in nature. It is the planet of death and rebirth. It represents the power of turning what is a lower, slower, denser vibration, which would be sickness and illness, into a healthy, golden, liquid light energy. It literally does symbolize the alchemist. Because of this and its association with Scorpio, Scorpios are also considered to be healers. Why is that? Well, what could be more healing than life after death? I mean, that is literally Scorpio's sign. It is the regeneration of illness into a healthy body again. I like the fact, too, in this chart that Chiron conjuncts the North Node in Aries, leading the way for more independent approaches to our health. Mars is the dispositor of Chiron in the North Node because it rules Aries, and we find Mars conjunct the Libra South Node. The South Node we look at through a negative lens because it represents lessons that we're finishing up, energies that we've already completed. The North Node we look at through a positive lens because we are moving toward its expression for greater fulfillment, but it is uncharted territory, unfamiliar. The fact that we have the ruler of the North Node conjunct the South Node suggests that we may have played a role in the past of self-sabotaging and are being given the opportunity to make a course correction this time around. In this chart, there is a very strong 6th house Virgo, 12th house Pisces theme with the new moon Neptune opposition, as well as the 6th house South Node and 12th house North Node positions. The South Node in the 6th house suggests that a previous experience related to health and in the sign of Libra brought about leaning more towards keeping the peace, going along with a crowd, Libra tendencies. And because Libra is an air sign, the emphasis was placed on data, on intellect and information from others rather than from our own internal truth gauge. The North Node in the 12th is asking us to remember our spiritual connection to all that is around us, yes, but also to our own internal guidance system. And now apply the Aries independent sense of sovereignty when making any decisions that revert back to our health. Now let's look at Venus, ruler of the chart and ruler of the South Node we just talked about. Venus has been in Leo for a while because it went retrograde, but it is now direct. It occupies Leo still, and Leo, as I said, is the sign that wants to celebrate life. It symbolizes the lion heart because the word in French, literally, for heart is cœur, and that is where our word courage comes from. So I feel that we are being shown how to have the courage of our heart's conviction in matters related to this Virgo new moon. Venus occupies the area of life related to emotional connection, to soul bonds, to family, home, and privacy. And in this particular chart, it is intercepted. But even this holds significance. I view intercepted signs and their energies as analogous to the North Node because it's uncharted territory. There was no role model to follow. We had to create our own way, and the Leo-Aquarius axis that is being intercepted here certainly is encouraging us to embrace our own revolutionary inner rebel, represented by Aquarius, and have the courage to express it without inhibition, Leo energy. Venus is also connected to Jupiter in a very powerful way. Jupiter is the ancient ruler of Pisces, so it is whispering in Neptune's ear, as well as in Saturn's ear, because Saturn occupies Pisces as well. But the square from Jupiter to Venus brings about some sort of manifestation that I feel will be truly good luck. Because when you combine Venus and Jupiter, you have beneficial energies surrounding the outcome of the matter involved in this whole chart. Especially because Jupiter is close enough in degree to form a trine to this new moon, along with Uranus, to which it is conjunct or forming a conjunction with a 7 or 8 degree orb. Now let's go back to Saturn in Pisces, which is disposited by Jupiter and Neptune as co-rulers of Pisces. Saturn is also retrograde, as I stated, and so it is having us revisit influences that are related to social restrictions, authority figures telling us what to do. This is especially poignant in this opposition to retrograde Mercury. Mercury is about the mind, information and data, and the media as well. It is one of the co-rulers of this Virgo new moon. In this opposition from Saturn to Mercury, something now comes to light about the information we were previously given as it relates to our health, public safety, and social norms. I do not believe we will have a repeat of the past simply because too many people have now wised up a Virgo tendency, discernment, wising up, and have realized that the former way of dealing with health issues did not yield optimal results. We are realizing now that we cannot take certain people and self-proclaimed experts at their word. We need to do our own self-analysis. We need to wise up, pay attention to the details. These are all Virgo tendencies. And most importantly, pay attention to our own bodies. How does our body feel? The body does not lie, but people certainly do. So again, the phrase, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Not that I am in any way advocating shame. It is definitely time to release all shame, blame, and guilt and get on with the business, quote unquote, of living, celebrating life in every conceivable way. So we need to trust in the universe. This is the Neptunian, Jupiterian, and Pisces expression. Trust the universe and its wisdom. This is a healthy way to combine Pisces and Virgo, 12th house and 6th house. So cultivating this connection from the Pisces intangible feeling and nature to the body's own wisdom, represented by Virgo. Spirit does speak to us through our bodies. We just have to learn to listen and stop giving our power away to certain individuals and institutions that are not trustworthy because they have their own survival agenda, which does not include or have our true best interests at heart. So that is all I have for you. Consider a reading with me if you are new, or a check-in if you have already had a reading. I have all of those links for you below this video. And coming up are the affirmations and frequencies for this chart, so please stay tuned for that as well. I look forward to connecting with you again in the next video. In the meantime, stay well and above all, stay wise. Bye for now. Sun, New Moon, and Mercury for the Virgo New Moon. The body holds ancient wisdom that is intangible, yet speaks to my physical senses in very tangible ways. I am learning to trust the wisdom my body speaks to me. Sun, Moon, and Neptune for the opposition. I now fully trust the universe as I feel a strong, visceral response in my physical body that reflects my own soul's wisdom. Sun, Moon, and Uranus for the trine. I now receive great miracles of change and liberation that restore optimal health to my body, mind, heart, and soul. Sun, Moon, and Pluto for the trine. Regenerative forces now alchemize all illness and disease into supreme health, wellness, and harmonious union of body, mind, heart, and soul. Mars, Chiron, and Venus to harmonize the nodal axis. My courageous heart is a portal of infinite awareness and miraculous solutions that balance and harmonize past and present, spirit and body, and self with others in a way that honors all life and my own physical healing. Jupiter and Uranus for the conjunction. Universal awareness dawns upon the collective consciousness in ways that free humanity and stabilize our path forward as one human family in harmony with the earth. Saturn and Mercury for the opposition. I reclaim my authority over my own mind, thoughts, and behaviors in ways that support my complete healing as well as those around me. Venus and Jupiter for the square. Great abundance is available now and manifests quickly as we let go of the how, stay focused on our heart's true desires, and courageously give expression to our worthiness as human souls in a physical body. Saturn and Sedna for the square. We now have immediate access to ancient wisdom and soul gifts for and on this new harmonious earth. Sedna and Pluto for the trine. Powerful upgrades now flood the earth with ancient healing wisdom, upgrades in soul consciousness, and universal love that manifests our collective divine inheritance